What's up? So this YouTube video is going to be a little different. As you may have noticed, I have a ton of health and fitness stuff on this channel, but I also have a passion for beauty. I was a hairstylist for 7 years and I absolutely love girly things, and this one is by request. I have gotten a ton of requests on how I curl my hair, and I just wanted to kind of share that with you in a simple way so you can feel beautiful about your hair and have it under control. Alright, now that my hair is dry, I am going to section it out like I have here. So I'm going to take my section from the temples. Remember that I have an undercut, so your first section might have to be on the top of the ears, so that way you can curl the underneath here. My section will go from the temples and drooping back, since that's how my undercut goes. That way your sectioning doesn't get too thick. And then I'm just using a butterfly clip, which you can find at Sally's or Amazon. So once you have your sectioning done right, or whatever you feel comfortable with, I recommend only working with this amount of hair. So about this much when you're curling. I have a Babyliss Pro flat iron. What you really need to look for is a small flat iron here with rounded edges. Another thing while you are curling that you need to focus on is keeping your curling iron or flat iron upright. And it's kind of like the same concept of curling a ribbon when you're wrapping presents. So you take the shears and you just kind of curl back on that ribbon. Your hair is the ribbon, these are the shears, if that makes sense. I hope it does. So I'm just going to take a section here. You go in this way, but turn it up, and then go back about a half a turn. And then I like to quickly pull the ends so that way the ends stay kind of straight, because I like that beachy wave type curl. Can you see it there? So it's super messy, not anything perfect. This one I did the other way because having some variety in your curls is always good. That's going to give you a little more fullness and make them not look like they're going the same way, or they could collapse. Since the back of my hair is so short, it doesn't really matter what they look like in this bottom layer here, because I just have a bunch of hair that lays on top of it. This section is a little too big, so I'm just gonna cut it in half. Not literally cut, One thing that will help you a lot is using your mirror as a second pair of eyes. It's gonna help you see. I have a little advantage because I was a hairstylist for so long, but the mirror is your friend. It will help you. And if you ever feel like your ends are like, oh my gosh, I got this a little too curly or whatever, just kind of take the end and just straighten it out there. So in between sections, after I curl it, see, it's not perfect, it's not very symmetrical, but whatever. I use Kevin Murphy's Bedroom Hair. This is a flexible texturizing hairspray. All I really care about is the front, right? Like, that's all I see, so nobody really cares what the back of your hair looks like. Now I'm going to go above those temples. If you have thicker hair, you might have to take more sections, feel it out. Your sections should feel like you're in control when you are curling your hair. If you feel out of control and like your hair is just falling all over the place, then you need to take smaller sections. And keep in mind that the smaller sections, so if you're taking itty bitty baby sections like this, you are going to get tighter curls. So the bigger the sections, the bigger the curls, the tighter the sections, the tighter the curls. Just finished my second section. I'm gonna spray again. Another thing to keep in mind when you are curling your hair and you're wanting your curls to last and not fall, don't touch them. Don't pick them apart until you are done and they've cooled down. Because if the hair hasn't cooled down, in my experience, if it's still warm and you pull on it, you pull it down, it is going to loosen that curl and it could fall, which can benefit you in some ways. If you are making curls too tight, you can always just pull it a little bit and let it settle, but don't pull too much because you will get rid of the curl that you just worked so hard for. All right, last section, last but not least, I'm going to work with the top. Now, this top section here, since I do have it slightly off center and I have more hair on this side, what I like to do is I like to just take this section first, kind of like split that one section in half so I have a little less to work with. Because like I mentioned before, if you have too much hair and you're not in control, you might not get the best results. And yes, I have a little scar here. And there you have it. Super quick tutorial on the beachy waves that I do. It has to be quick. If you put too much time into it, they're not going to look messy. They're not going to look imperfect. So be okay with it not looking perfect. And this is how tight they are the first day. I usually wear this look for a couple days. And when I do want to redo my curls, I will just rinse, use some conditioner, just a very tiny bit where it can get greasy, and then I'll recurl in about 2 to 3 days later. My hair has a good amount of texture today, but if I wanted more texture, I would use Powder Puff by Kevin Murphy, or I would also use the dry shampoo by Kevin Murphy as well. Today I built up enough texture with the bedroom spray, but if I didn't have enough texture today, I would probably go in with the Beach Resort, which is a great salt spray. As always, make sure to subscribe here and click the bell below so you're notified when I release new videos. Also, check out my other videos. I do have a video up here on another hair tutorial that I have done, how I style my hair. Check it out.